Hey guys, let's check out Tulika Mukherjee Saha, a fantastic and fabulous author who is involved in great literary works. Here is the interview glimpse we have taken with her for our magazine, The Big Market Journal. First of all, we have asked her that what motivated you to write. She has answered that
I loved to read from when I was a kid. I read a vast variety of books, starting with Enid Blyton and going on to Dr. Radhakrishnan and philosophy, and Jeffrey Archer, Somerset Maugham, and a lot of literary work as well. So, as I continued my journey reading, my own stories started developing because of the world around me, and I thought of writing them down. And what actually gave me a final push was the fact that I once wrote a story for a competition and it won first prize, and that proved to me kind of that I could write. I also won a poetry contest. So that these were the two incidents where it dawned on me that I could write well, and so I took up writing regularly. Besides that, I have been keeping a diary for most of my life, and it has been my confidant also. Uh, my mom used to encourage us to write when we were kids. In the holidays, we were encouraged to write about random topics, and that helped form our opinions on a large number of unrelated subjects. And in the end, there was an urge where I felt I wanted to tell my stories, and so I started writing.
next, we have asked her that kindly tell about your books in a nutshell. She has answered that
My books, Kosho and Sit on the Rainbow, and Simply Said, were published almost simultaneously. While Simply Said is a book collection of poems, 52 of them, one for every week of the year, and Kosho and Sid on the Rainbow is a children's book. I created the character Kosho, who is an amalgamation of a koala, squirrel, and a horse, and possesses the powers of these animals. Sid, the main character of the story, is a young urban boy, actually inspired by my son, who also in turn started a hot dog cafe and named it Kosho's. So Kosho is has these powers of being able to tell uh, the exact coordinates of a geographical place, allows Sid to call his home every where from any part of the world, and has the ability to see into his house, Sid's house, and keep him safe. So these are the few things which are reflected here. It also uh, emphasizes the kind of life that children live nowadays in an urban setup, wherein most children are alone at home while their parents are out at work or busy with other things. And so they create these fantasy characters, and Kosho is just one of them. He is there actually in the form of this stuffed animal in the boy's room, but he comes to life whenever the parents are not around, and he acts like a friend to Sid.
Next, we have asked her that kindly tell us about your book entitled as Altitudinous. What are the elements that makes your book so different or sets it apart from your all other books that your readers have read? She has answered that
Yes, the book Altitudinous is a very interesting book because it has been written by 10 different authors, two of whom are men and the rest all women. Each of the authors are from a different walk of life, and because it is an amalgamation of so many minds, the book has come out beautifully and is definitely it speaks to so many different people in the audience. It definitely is steeped in Indian culture with references to Shiva and also uh, the um, the normal beliefs of people in tantrics and astrology and things like that, which are very common in India. So all this is included, and so it makes for an interesting read.
next, we have asked her that tell us something about your recent writings. She has answered that
Recently, I contributed to a book called How to Overcome Failure. This was a non-fiction book, and I have written just one chapter in it about famous failures, highlighting how people like Amitabh Bachchan, Elon Musk, and others have risen from their failures to make something great of themselves. This chapter serves to inspire all the young people who are struggling with what they term as failures in their lives. It's very relevant. This book is very relevant in these times because most people, with the advent of the internet, things have become very easy, and so most people think that just as everything is so easy on the internet, life also will play out in an easy manner, and they will not have to make a great effort for anything. The lack of patience or uh, the lack of persistence and patience are two of the things that really uh, color this generation, and they get easily broken. This is not because there's something wrong with them, but more because of the circumstances in which they are born. The pandemic has led them now to be with themselves a lot more than they would have under normal circumstances, and this is actually a good thing. Though they might find it quite irksome right now, it is in the long run they will find that they have grown a lot at the end of these years. Um, so this is one of the recent things that I have written. Besides this, I have not really. Uh, yeah, I have published a paper on women's writings and patriarchy also. So, uh, yeah, I am also working on a book at present. It is a collection of my short stories. I've contributed to several anthologies over the years, but these are all scattered here and there. The stories are scattered here and there, and there is one story which, in particular, uh, is an action-based story. Is an action story that is also included in this collection.
next, we have asked her that what are your plans for the near future and for the next 5 years, or where do you see yourself as an author in the next 5 years? She has answered that
This is an interesting question. I don't think any writer makes a plan to do a definite amount of writing, but surely I would like to add to the world of writing and literature. I see myself as having evolved as a writer, and that is absolutely what I would love to do. It does not matter whether it takes me one book or few books to evolve as an author.
Lastly, we have asked her that is there something you would like to add and share with the audience at large, such as a work ethic, principle, or motive? She has answered that.
My message to my audience and the world at large is that if you want something, it does not matter how busy you are or how little time you have, you tend to make time for it. And that is one thing that you need to do. Also, there is nothing like an inspirational moment. uh, it has always been a few moments of inspiration followed uh, by long hours of perspiration, as we say. So that is definitely applicable to any field, and so is it to writing. Whilst you might have the talent, unless you apply yourself to it on a regular basis, the likelihood of producing any volume of work which is well received by the audience, or which can be presented on a larger platform, are very, very slim. Every writer goes through drafts, redrafts, and finally presents whatever they want to say before the world.
So, guys, we hope you have liked this awesome interview coverage. And in the end, we wish that you find all the contact links of this amazing personality in the description box. And do not forget to subscribe us and kindly press the bell icon. Stay tuned.